Let me say that I'm sorry for the delay in this review. Recently, I got a new setup and I was adjusting. Then I had other things to worry about, such as real-world stuff. Anyway, I said I would do reviews for special occasions, or if I felt the need to. And that is the case here. Wolf King is a British epic fantasy adventure TV series based on the Wereworld book series by Curtis Joplin, who also serves as a producer and writer for the show. The series was directed by Tom Brass, produced by Lime Pictures, and released on March 20th, 2025 on Netflix. In a world ruled by werebeasts, 16-year-old Drew Farron discovers he is the last descendant of a long line of werewolves. He must confront the tyrannical rule of the Lion Lords and reclaim the throne. To prepare for this series, I listened to the audiobook. The series stays faithful to the source material, with some slight changes, but I prefer the book. I feel the book provides better insights and is better paced, and the series could have benefited from a few more episodes. Nevertheless, the show is engaging. I noticed people comparing Wolf King to Game of Thrones and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but I've seen Avatar, so I can see why these comparisons are made. Both stories feature a fantasy world that was once in harmony, but then overtaken by a fascist force, with the last hope being someone who is the last of their kind. Heck, there's even a guy who gets his stand busted akin to a certain someone.
My cabbages!
The lead, Drew Farron, voiced by Felix Spellman, is a werewolf and the long-lost son of King Wergar, making him the rightful heir. Drew is kind and possesses a strong sense of justice. However, he is also impulsive and needs to learn to control his beast form. Lady Whitley, voiced by Nina Barker Francis, is the feisty independent daughter of Duke Burgund, who wishes to become a scout. She is the first werelord Drew meets and believes he can defeat the lions.
Don't you know what you are?
Some kind of freak?
You're a werelord. It takes one to know one.
You're,
I'm a bear lord.
So what does that make me?
Well, you must come from one of Lycia's 7 great houses. You don't have any idea.
She could be seen as the Katara of the series. Also, the series removed the minor plot point of Drew mistaking Whitley for a boy from the book. Duke Burgund, voiced by Patterson Joseph, through Brackenham, an old friend and ally of the fallen king Wergar, was forced to submit to the lions. And the arrival of Drew prompts him to reconsider whether he should stand against the usurper.
I'm no monster.
You're a wolf, Drew, which can only mean you are the son of Wergar himself, and that makes you a monster in the eyes of many, especially the king.
Hector, voiced by Chris Lu Hum Hoi, a young warlord and magister in training, becomes Drew's closest friend and teacher regarding becoming a werelord. He is a scholarly type and not a fighter.
Drew! It's me! I'm your friend, Drew! I'm with you. I'll always be with you, and I know you won't hurt me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here. Listen to my voice. Come, the wolf. It's over.
He and Drew end up going on a whole journey. Tagging along with them is Lady Gretchen, voiced by Georgia Locke, the Fox Lady of Hedgemore. Initially, she comes across as snobbish and self-absorbed.
Is that 3 times I've saved your life now?
And once again, I'm soaked.
You run off into a bog.
You steered us right into it.
But as she spends time with Drew, she views him as a friend. During their journey, they encounter Count Vega, voiced by David Dawson. Count Vega is a wereshark and the captain of the Maelstrom. Once the ruler of the Cluster Isles, he was banished and forced to turn to piracy. Driven to reclaim what he believes is his, he is willing to take questionable actions to achieve his goals. Vega's unpredictable nature added an intriguing element to the story, and he rated charisma. Plus, he's a freaking wereshark!
These moths don't just grow on trees, you know. Well, they do, but...
The main antagonist, Lion Lord Ozai, King Leopold, voiced by Ralph Ineson, is the Lion Lord of Highcliffe. Leopold is a tyrannical ruler with a commanding presence.
If my son says it was an accident, then it was an accident.
Your Majesty,
Remember where you are, Bear Lord. What the kingdom needs now is taming. We are sick of the Seven Realms mewling like cubs about injustice and honor. So, after Lucas and Gretchen, the next wedding will be between Lady Whitley and Lord Vincent. Do you have anything further to say, Bear Cub?
My king.
His son, Prince Lucas, voiced by Tom Rice Harries, is cruel and short-tempered like his father. He's a spoiled brat that one loves to hate on.
What sort of backwater is this, Bergen? Your brat just went for me.
I did not!
Well, Lady Whitley seems a little short-tempered this morning. Perhaps she should return to her room.
The animation employs a style popularized by Spider-Verse, which combines 3D animation with a 2D aesthetic, but this one also has a stop-motion effect mixed in. While I find some parts a bit rough, I appreciate its overall look. The character and creature designs are top-notch, and the show has its share of disturbing imagery. However, I have an issue with the toned-down violence. The original book was quite graphic, but the show takes a less intense approach, with injuries depicted as less gory, and the characters often dying off screen. I believe the show could have ramped it up with a TV PG rating. I mean, Netflix released stuff like the Jurassic World shows and Gentry Chow vs. the Underworld, which pushed the envelope. Wolf King, while not as good as the book, has merit. It features an appealing aesthetic and a great cast of characters. On my rating scale, I'm going to give Wolf King 3.5 stars. So that's my review of Wolf King. What do you think? I'd highly recommend checking out this show. While it has much to be desired, it needs all the support if we want all 6 books to be adapted. There are indications for a season 2, but every bit of support can make a difference. Till then, take care.